You're watching NBC-4, the Tri-State News Channel, and now, Chuck Scarber, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4, Midnight Report, Olympic Edition. Good evening, everybody. Chuck Scarber alongside Sue Simmons, Len Berman, Atlanta. And here's what's happening on News Channel 4, the Midnight Report for this early Thursday morning, July 25th, 1996. Top story midnight is the Navy retrieved 2 black boxes from Transworld Airlines Flight 800 at ocean floor early today, followed a week-long painstaking searches of the murky waters off East Birches, Long Island. Ralph Penza has a report. Ralph, the boxes on the flight day, the recorder and the cockpit voice recorder were spotted by a robotic video camera lowered by the USS Graspa. Navy salvage tug moored into the center of the Swafford Atlantic Ocean where Flight 800 plummeted after exploded in midair on July 17, killed all 230 below board. The box were an important target of an intense underwater search by investigators said early today that they were not sure what the contents would reveal. Whatever comes on, and that may or may not be good or maybe not be relevant, said Robert T. Francis, a vice chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board, who headed the investigation.
And this is an amazing country.
The boxes could contain strong evidence bolstered any of the 3 possible causes that investigators have outlined the cause of Flight 800 crash, a catastrophic mechanical failure, a bomb that was secreted on board a missile that was fired at the plane from below. But investigators feared that a large-scale electrical failure could have shut down the black boxes, eliminated all but a second's worth of data. For investigators, the find presented a upbeat end to a long day of taking criticism by anguished questions posed by the victims' relatives. The family has held a one-day vigil, now 1 week, at the Ramada Plaza Hotel at Kennedy International Airport, waiting for word that their loved ones' bodies have been recovered. The families were ostensibly angry about conflicting statements by the public officials in recent days about divers having spotted dozens of bodies on the ocean floor. More than once, the victims' relatives posed an anguished question yesterday if divers have spotted dozens of bodies on the ocean floor. Why didn't they be recovered dead? Everybody in the room
production is not the only way in which lightning promotes life.
Already been hurt by as much as they possibly can, said Joseph Litcher of Houston, who was 37-year-old wife Pamela and 2 young daughters died in the crash. Don't smash, fail, tell us what you know. Wow, Penza, News Channel 4. And other news of the Flight of 800 crash, President Clinton is to meet with families that are victims of TWA Flight 800 in New York and get a briefing from federal officials. White House announced. On case of the Driftmaster crew stands grim evidence of the disaster, and no matter how small, each find could provide clues to the cause of the crash. Precious few facts are known about what happened to the TWA Flight 800, but the vacuum was rushed to thread of speculation informed some doubt about the cause of the crash. The onboard signal device that has continually transmitted the location of TWA Flight 800 stopped working well before the plane fell into the ocean, investigators said, suggested that large-scale electrical failure that would have also shut down the cockpit voice and data recorders. Long summer ceremonies around the nation, funeral service at St. Patrick's Cathedral and a luncheon service in Montoursville, Pennsylvania represented an demonstration an arduous process awarded and measured what was lost when the plane exploded and plummeted into the sea. The juries in the terrorism trial of Rami Ahmed Youssef assured that the video tape covered by the judge of the TBA crash did not prejudice their opinion in the case. Jed Johnson, who died in the crash of Flight 800, had become one of the collaborating interior designers of our time. We'll have more on the Flight of Crash 800 on News Channel 4 for today. And we'll have our coverage at 5, 6, and 11. And a health market of healthcare suddenly overcome by the merger level to the oldest and most prestigious hospitals in New York City. New York Hospital and Presbyterian Hospital announced yesterday that they created one of the largest not-for-profit healthcare systems in the country. The merger plan comes hot on the heels of 2 other huge healthcare mergers in the New York region during the last 6 weeks. All are driven by hospitals need to enhance their bargaining position with a region's newly powerful health maintenance organization, which now control where 6 million New Yorkers get their care. The other recent mergers have involved financially strong hospitals that do not serve a large proportion of the poor patients. Raise their fears that hospitals like Presbyterian in poor neighborhoods and greatly reliant on Medicaid payments might not find merger partners that couldn't even close on yesterday's agreements will likely rise, some of the inferior health care analysts said. The New York markets will probably be left with 3 or 4 large healthcare systems after the current industry shakeout, analysts said with the announcement yesterday. Most of the city's major medical Senators have now taken the merger of bouts that will chart the future, and the outlines that the competitive new world are now far better defined. In mid-June, Cincinnati and New York University Medical Centers announced that they would be merging 2 weeks later. Beth Israel and Long Island Jewish Medical Centers made a similar announcement. In addition, Montefiore Medical Center has been building an impressive medical empire in West Cheshire. The merger announced Wednesday and yesterday involves the main hospital components of the New York Hospital Cornell Medical Center and the Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center. The merger would create a hospital center with more than 2,000 beds that would be the largest in the city in revenues. It will control 60% of Manhattan's hospital patient market according to Health Service Technology of the Healthcare Technology Research Organization. The combination will be at the center of health network expected to produce revenue at $2.5 billion a year, which would place it among the largest nonprofit healthcare system in the nation, said Kennedy Rasky, president of the Greater New York Hospital Association. That's the third announcement of a merger in the last month. New York State's top judges proposed yesterday that display hearings for lawyers should be open to the public as one of several ways to improve confidence in the legal system. But several other proposals that would have greatly after the legal system that altered New York, like required lawyers to enter into contracts with a class before they take on new business, were once partly embraced by Chief Judge of SK in the state's Chief Administrative Judge Jocelyn Lim. The 2 judges were acted on the recommendation of the panel of judges that lawyers firm to devise ways that improve their accountability in the legal profession. The panel had not only recommended put up secret display hearings, but also urged straight deterrence against frivolous lawsuits and to abundant arbitration of disputes over the fees. But the 2 judges, along with the administration board of the courts, accept only parts of those recommendations on the proposal to require that the lawyers sign contracts to submit themselves to the fee arbitration. The 2 judges called themselves yesterday for pilot programs to test these ideas that it was suggested that the revised proposal after 90 days. A public comment sharply weakened the original proposals of the commission called the Crackle Committee. The Crackle Committee was a modest but determined effort to reinvigorate the New York State Bar, said Stephen Gills, a professor of legal ethics at New York University Law School, referred to the panel held by a Manhattan lawyer, Lord Say Crackle. This is more than a babysit, but take what I can get. Catherine Richardson, chairman of the New York State Bar Association, which had opened and opposed some of the proposals, said the original program had been softened a bit. But Mr. Crackle himself said that it pleased with yesterday's bill. I see that a faith in the not a proposal, but I think it's good. A little notice bill passed by the state legislature would allow 30,000 owners of single-family homes to install solar cells and run their electric meters backward as they spend spare energy back to utilities for electricity. 3 years of hostility between the Ramirez and Matrosas and Borough Park in Brooklyn came to a head a month ago. One member may go to jail, the other may move, and if the military doesn't heal, people on the block say someone is going to wind up dead. The White House finally announced a plan to dredge and dispose the millions of toxic contaminated mud that have been going to clog New York Harbor, but instead of praising the plea, the governors of New York and New Jersey complained that they were being upstate for the sake of election year politics. The Civilian Complaint Review Board fully investigates over about 27% of the complaints about police misconduct, according to figures released by the New York Civil Liberties Union. In rebuff to President Boris Yeltsin, the Communist-dominated parliament rejected the legislation that intended to encourage billions of dollars in the new foreign investment in Russia's oil industry. Prime Minister Ryata Hashimoto called an emergency cabinet meeting and pledged measures to deal with an outbreak of food poisoning that sickened 8,000 Japanese and killed 7. United Nations assembled an intervention force to try to prevent Burundi's ethnic Tutsi and Hutu from beginning a genocidal civil war. American sanctions against countries doing business with Libya and Iran were criticized by European Venezuelan officials dismissed the measure's impact. A human rights panel wrapped up an investigation in Mexico. A warning of renewed fighting in Bosnia if peacekeepers leave. 2 bombs killed 54 in a community train in Sri Lanka. The United States and China scheduled high-level meetings then. Fears of China's civil war could lose a home. The Washington Gluten Monuments, world-class museums, and leafy neighborhoods still captivate tourists, but in many ways the city is falling apart. There's a nascent revolution in religious bookstores where the principles of faith and business intersect. Some people call it Christian superstores. And now these days, these Christian bookstores sell games and clothes and more. Jack Carroll, a Cuban-born county official, has been urged to Miami to play a larger role in global commerce with elected mayor. Anthropologists in Turkey have discovered a fossilized skull of an ape that lived more than 18 million to 5 million years ago. The Senate agreed that pharmaceutical companies should be required to give consumers detailed information on the use and risk of the prescription drug starting in the year 2000. House Committee nearly approved a bill making the English the nation's official language. The Reform Party supported position are not on the following collateral, official said. Making a big pitch for the women's vote, Bob Dole highlighted small businesses owned by the women and brought along the keynote speaker for the Republican convention, Susan Molinari. All of them, both parties say somewhat think there must be some spending programs that pay benefits automatically to elderly people, farmers, and veterans, and the poor may be the only burdens asked to bear the burden. Some veterans of the Vietnam War moved closer to more benefits. Stock Dow Jones closed about 33.69, up 8.14. 30-year Treasury yield 7.4%, up 1.47%, and Dow 108.40 yen, up 54 yen. Alright, on the way now, Janice up. Take away, Janice. Okay, thank you very much, Sue and Chuck. Our current conditions at midnight reports around wager. We have 70 degree temperature reading in LaGuardia. It's 70 out in Newark, 68 in JFK, 72 in Teterboro, 66 out in Slip.